and welcome back to Wandering Through Wayne's World. With me is Ramon Palmero. Did I get that right?
Yes,
Ramon
Palmero.
Now I'm impressed. I know you guys are impressed too. And you with Steferi?
Correct.
And it's Steferi Consulting?
It's business development consulting.
Okay, so tell me, or tell us, what business consulting means.
Well, basically, when you have a business, typically you are on your own. You're entering a new market or you are entering a new industry, and you want to prosper. So basically, you need someone to help you in the process to take you into a long-term success, and that's where consulting comes in. You bring experts from different industries or functions, and they help you through the process. What we do is specifically concentrate on a strategic planning process, which basically goes through a methodology that has been in place for big corporations for a long time. And we walk you through that process and hold you by the hand so that you can eventually get into that long-term success.
All right, so let me ask you this. When I'm deciding I'm going to open a new business, I call you then? Or I own a new business and I've had it for 4 years, I call you then? Who calls you? A new business or someone who's been in business? I mean,
basically consulting can be used in several stages,
okay,
at different places during the transition of a business. If you have a startup, you need some guidance. You need to have a business plan in place. That's where we come in.
Okay.
If you're doing well, you want to make sure that those fundamental pillars that are holding this business, you understand them pretty well and you build on that to continue growing. If you have trouble in your business, you need to make sure to identify what are the issues and how to tackle those issues. We come in and help you again. So depending on where you are, you can identify a consulting need in there.
All right, so I have a company that's doing $100,000 a year. Too small for you to handle?
There's nothing too small.
Okay.
Basically, if you're searching for a winning aspiration to be something big, then you need to invest and nurture that business to make it grow. It's just like a plant, right? You plant a seed, you put some water, you nurture, you care about that, and then it grows into a big tree. You need to invest in that business.
So if you have a smaller business, you still have benefit for small. You don't have to be a $10 million business,
correct,
to benefit from business consulting.
Exactly.
Is there a top end that you work at? I mean, if I have a $40 million business and the economy is as it is, we all need help at times.
Exactly.
Do you go in and help them too?
Yes, I mean, this is a methodology or a strategic planning process is something that big corporations, Fortune 500 companies, they all do this. They use one method or the other one, but they all have a methodology that follows the strategic choices they have to make every day in order to be successful, right? So you start by understanding what the success means for them, because for one company it may be just a nice return on their investment without any growth. For other companies, growth can be very important. So it depends.
Okay, so in your business, I guess you have to be a little bit of a psychiatrist because you're dealing with people's egos. Because I start a business and it's making $60,000 a year and I think that I'm doing great.
Right.
But there's so much more that I can grow. How do you get people to put their ego aside, especially in this day and age?
Yeah, that's a challenging part.
I would think so.
That's a challenging part because sometimes you don't think you need help.
That's true.
Right, so let's say you're going to the gym, right? So you run, you do some barbells, you exercise, you think you're in a great fit position. But when you compare to what a coach can tell you, how many minutes you need to run, what are the type of exercises you need to do, the diets that you need to have, and those kind of things, and then you see there's a boost in your performance after receiving that coach expertise, then you'll understand that you should do it this way in order to get better results. So if you want to grow faster, you need a consultant, you need a coach.
Sometimes it's best to shut up and listen to somebody else than think that you have all the answers. I was always taught, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Okay? I listen to everybody because you pull stuff from everybody can teach you something.
Right.
So let's walk people through this. I have a business, I'm doing $100,000 a year. I know I can do better. So I call your company, and what's the first step?
Well, we have a conversation.
Okay.
We understand what your needs are.
Okay.
We have several tools that are, have been in place for several years, and we identify which of those tools can help you better. You could have a problem with, I want to increase my sales, or the cost is too high, so I wanted to reduce the cost. Or I need really to understand what is my market, my target audience, in order to, talk to them better. Do you have an awareness issue? Do you have a trial or a loyalty issue, right? Are you making the right choices? Because sometimes you are offering too many things to too many people, and then you're not doing the right, decisions.
I was taught something for nothing has no value. Okay? I have learned, and surely I don't have it perfect, because I don't think anybody does, but I've learned to value what I have to the people that I give it to, because I have something that I give of value.
Correct.
Okay? You have something that you give of value. I would relate it kind of like a realtor. Okay? I have a house and I want to sell my house. And how many people think, yeah, I can do it by myself, I can do it by myself. Start a business, I can do it by myself. You know what? It's not that easy.
Right.
Okay? And the landscape of what you do is constantly changing now with technology. How does that fit in, the technology issue, into what corporations have been doing for years? It's kind of changing a little bit because of technology, I would think. How do you adjust to that?
Technology is certainly something that we use. For example, we use statistical methods through the tools that we use in order to get a better understanding of historical data. And based on that data, we can determine whether the company has been doing well or not. Whether their thinking process in terms of, if they're thinking going into a breakthrough results versus, regular incrementalism. So technology helps us in that sense. There are some nice tools that you can bring into your iPad, for example, and you can see what's going on with your company. Of course, we don't sell these tools. These are tools available in the market. So what we do is we understand where they are and how can you put them into use to your business.
How about social media, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram? Are they beneficial?
Yes, of course, but that's something we don't do.
Okay, so we're gonna take the tried and true methods that have worked over the years and put them into place because they work.
Right.
All right. How do people get in touch with you?
You can call a number is 844-5PROFIT. You can go online, www.steferi.com, or you can write me an email, Ramon, R-A-M-O-N, @steferi.com.
I want to thank Ramon for coming on. Guys, you have to really look at where you're at, where you want to be, and figure out that sometimes you just can't do it by yourself. And getting help is not looking for a hand out. It's actually sometimes looking for a hand up, okay? And that benefits everybody, and a win-win is always the best way to go. With that, thank you for watching Wandering Through Wayne's World. We'll see you next week.